everybody, I'm Stu Carter from Atomine TV. Stand by for Voltron and Turtles news. So San Diego Comic-Con is coming up next week. San Diego Comic-Con. Who's been to San Diego Comic-Con? Raise your hand. I've been about four or five times. It's very expensive. And let me tell you something. If you don't have your ticket now, you're not going. You're not going. Oh no, that place sells out like months ago. You've got to like register like 5 years ago and wait, and then they put a lottery. Yeah. Of course, if you're a big shot reporter like me, no problem. But at San Diego Comic-Con, toy companies always release special exclusives. Special, highly coveted Comic-Con exclusives. And I have some exclusives to tell you about. Your favorite Voltron, Legendary Defender, Playmates Toys. You know, earlier this year I had a video out. They were displaying, they put out Voltron toys earlier this year, and they're going to continue, it looks like, because they got something for Comic-Con. So I would expect more Voltron for next Christmas. Yeah. So, but anyway, what they've announced, they're going to have Voltron Premium Diecast. That's metal, right? They're going to have articulated figures of the blue, red, the black, the green, and the yellow lions. And of course, you put them together to make what? Voltron! An 8-inch Voltron figure. It's also articulated after you connect them all together. Make that huge Voltron 8-inch Voltron figure. Very, very interesting. And, you know, because some guys are asking me, they're watching my video about the toys and saying, well, what's going on? They're sold out. It's possible because maybe, let's say Voltron's probably not the huge thing that like a Transformers is, right? So they probably haven't had, the stores probably haven't had a huge amount that they ordered. So when they come back in stock or when they reissue, and in October I expect to go back to visit Playmates, and I will have news hopefully about what they've got planned for Voltron for fall. October, November, December. Okay, so we'll see about when they're releasing and how much and what. Anyway, getting back to these Comic-Con exclusives. How can you get them, you ask? How can you get them? I can hear you asking, how can you get these? At Comic-Con, if you were lucky enough to get tickets, you go to the Entertainment Earth booth. Entertainment Earth booth number 2343. 2343, that's the booth number in there. It's going to be in the middle area. And you can get those Wednesday, July 19th to Sunday, July 23. Also, you can order these online. So it's not that tough, really. And I'm going to put the link somewhere, maybe in the comments or maybe right on the screen. Now, there's a link. I don't want to say what the link is. It's ridiculous. You can't click on what I say. Maybe in the future, in the year 2929, you can click on what I'm saying. Online. And then there'll be a Toys R Us and other retailers, so they say, other retailers later this year. No word on when later is. But what that means really is don't be like silly and pay big bucks for these on eBay right after Comic-Con. There's no need. Just wait a little bit if you can't get one. Well, the guys who stand, because when you go to Comic-Con to get these, you got to stand in line forever. I mean, you're not even watching, you're not looking at Comic-Con, you're standing in line to get some silly exclusive when you could be enjoying Comic-Con. So, kids do that because they're like me, they want to do the reviews of these exclusive toys. Or they want to sell them for big bucks on eBay. So just wait. No price information. I'm sorry. No price information. Now for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, Playmates Toys has been with making toys for the Turtles since the start. They've been Turtles all along. In the current series, Samurai Rabbit Usagi Yojimbo is reuniting with the Turtles for a three-part story arc beginning July 23rd of this year. That's coming up next week. Playmates will release at San Diego Comic-Con a very limited edition, only 350 available, $30 each. It's this is a Usagi Yojimbo figure. It's a 5-inch figure, new design, classic blue robe, comes with the traditional samurai swords, includes 2 interchangeable heads. and has his pet Tokage lizard and a flag with the Usagi's emblem on it. And also it will include a reprint of the 1987 comic when he was debuted with the Turtles, and a 1988-89 comic, excuse me, featuring Usagi with the Turtles. Now, if you know, you don't, maybe you do. Usagi, the word Usagi means rabbit in Japanese, and Yojimbo is this hugely famous samurai character from the movies a long time ago, like back when they had black and white back in the 1800s. And then there was a Usagi Yojimbo comic of its own in Japan. And so this is kind of a crossover thing that they're doing. They did back in 88, 87. So it's a 5-inch figure, and it's going to cost $30 each. Where do you get these? You have to go to the Nickelodeon booth. So that's different from the other booth for the Voltron. That's 2 places you got to wait. Nickelodeon booth number 4113. So it's not even close to where Entertainment Earth is. Nickelodeon has a pretty big booth in Comic-Con. I'll tell you some Comic-Con trivia. It takes a long time for companies to have these booths. It takes a long time, and so when the first year that you have a booth, you're like way out. You're away from the action. You're like way out, right? But each year you have a chance to get a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, right? The guys in the middle of it are like Hasbro and Mattel. They're like right there when you get in. So some companies will they have a booth, a little tiny booth from years ago, and they keep getting closer and closer, and they just maybe they don't do anything. They just have a booth sitting there, like Mega Brands was doing this, and they just have a little tiny booth, but they're holding their spot because someday they're going to be a big deal. Eventually, they get close in, and then they're big. Well, we'll see. Nickelodeon has a huge booth because they have shows. They have shows to talk about, and so they pay big money for that stuff. Well, I've talked enough. I hope if you got a chance to buy these, let me know in the comments. And I don't know, it'd be nice if you could post your pictures in the comments. I guess they don't let you do that. But I've got more stuff coming up. Hit that subscribe button. I don't have anyone to give a shout out to this week, but hit that subscribe button and use the notify feature and tell me in the comments, and I'll try to give you a shout out. And until next time, have a great day.
To kill me, I guess I'm doing okay. I'm lost among the millions, just an empty head filled with the sky. I separated my life between the boring